World War III imminent, Russia says tensions with NATO troops likely to deteriorate. Russia has warned the tensions between itself and NATO are likely to deteriorate as total war in Europe looks ever more likely. Sergei Shoigu, Russia's defense minister, said the growing NATO presence in Eastern Europe demonstrates blatant unwillingness of Western nations to stop pursuing an anti-Russian agenda. Shoigu also said Russia would be forced to beef up its defense preparations amid the increased threat of war. It is related to the growing military activity of NATO countries in Eastern Europe, Shoigu said. The ongoing developments clearly indicate blatant unwillingness of the Western partners to stop pursuing the anti-Russian agenda. The NATO summit in May also demonstrated that, when international terrorism and Russia were placed on the same list of threats, the NATO buildup includes the modernization of airfields, ports and other military sites, as well as the deployment of new U.S. missile defense systems. The defense minister said NATO's enormous military drills, which involve thousands of troops as well as dozens of military planes and ships, had forced Russia to react. Such unjustified actions of our Western colleagues lead to erosion of the global security system, he added. These actions raise mutual suspicions and push us to undertake retaliatory measures, mainly in the Western strategic direction.
The US is supporting Islamic State. That's according to a media advisor to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard in an exclusive interview with RT.
In the past, whenever the Americans wanted to ramp up pressure on Iran, impose new sanctions or pursue their agenda in the region, they would accuse Iran of backing terrorism. But I think that today world public opinion no longer accepts this. The world has come to realize that the US, despite leading a coalition against Daesh in Syria and Iraq, does not actually fight terrorism in practice and is in fact supporting it. There are plans to release documents revealing U.S. support for Daesh. However, they are not documents like formal contracts or written texts, but they cover activities in the field, including locations where they provided help to Daesh. They show evidence of arms, logistical and medical assistance, which are all clues to American support for Daesh. The primary goal behind the recent announcement that Iran fired missiles into Syria, both accurately detecting and hitting Daesh positions, was to show our weapons capabilities. In the past, when these missiles were test-fired in Iran, the US and certain Western countries said that Iran was lying when it claimed successful launches. U.S. policies negatively affect regional security. The U.S. is not as influential a player as it used to be, and it can no longer manipulate regional politics. It now has to partner with countries like Saudi Arabia, whose dictatorship and role in supporting terrorism is known to everyone in the region. Now all the U.S. can manage to